So what made you go into the funeral industry? I think one factor that helped was probably how comfortable I am with the funeral industry. Let me explain. Growing up, my father was a minister from when I was very, very small, so doing funerals just happened regularly, and he did that for years and years, and then became a funeral celebrant, so it was all funerals. And so to me, funerals aren't taboo or anything, they are part of a conversation, part of life. So I'm very comfortable around funerals, and what I love about the funeral industry is the respect that is given to your loved one that has passed. You know, in life, everything, isn't it? It's all about how much money do you have, which school did you go to, how pretty are you, how clever are you. It's everyone, it's always a pecking order, and with funerals that's sort of taken away. We will bow with respect to the coffin regardless of who the person was. We will respect them, and I think it's probably the only time in life where that happens, and that's really important to me, that every funeral the person is given the same respect, the same, work ethic. You do everything the same. We don't judge and be, oh, well, we put more effort in for this one, or, oh, this was a more... No, everyone is the same, and we respect them the same, and that, to me, matters a lot. Also, what hugely matters to me is I find it an absolute honour and privilege if a family ask me to help them do a funeral for their loved one. They trust me then to work with them on it, to capture the individualness, the uniqueness of their loved one, put their character and personality through it, the elements that they want, help them to pull them all together so that it's one seamless flowing funeral that is what they imagined and what they wanted. And that is such an honour and a privilege to be asked to do it, and I give 110% every single time. Everything is always written bespoke, because each person I treat the same, and it is always at the top of my game, because I will never be like, oh, this is just that funeral. No, every funeral is a loved one. Every funeral is a family that loved their loved one, and this is so important to them. I understand the importance of funerals, and that is something that will always be with me. I never have to be worried about being motivated for work in this job, not at all, and I don't see it as a job, I see it as a vocation, really do. And I am passionate about making sure that people have that funeral where they feel relaxed and comfortable, able to grieve, able to, do the process they want, whether they want it as a celebration of life or a really somber, thoughtful way of doing a funeral, more traditional style. Whichever way is best for them, that is the way to do it. And I find that an amazing privilege to be able to do that as my job. I think it is amazing. So that is why I'm a funeral celebrant, and why I ended up in the funeral industry, technically, and my son following in my father's footsteps too.